Thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Precious, Creative Director PK Culture. In today's tutorial, we're making a fascinator with sequence material. I've already molded it and wired it, so I'm just showing you the front and the back of the sequence. So I'll be placing it to measure the amount I'll be needing for this, and I'll be making sure it gets to the point where my mat ended after wiring it. So that's what I'm just showing you. Then after which I'll be cutting off the excess. Be sure to check it on both sides so that you don't make a mistake in your measurement. So I'm just trimming off the parts where I don't need. Be sure that whatever you're cutting, it's going to cover your mat completely. So I'll be trimming off the other excesses. Please, if you're new here, do well to subscribe, like our videos, help us share. It's free, it's totally free. And if you're an old subscriber, thank you for all you do to encourage us in producing more videos. God bless you all. So I'm done trimming off. I'm supposed to use a UHU gum, although it's not compulsory. You can use whatever gum you have, but at the moment I didn't have a UHU gum. So I'll be placing a candle gum, very little amount of it on the center. It's not actually conducive for you to use candle gum, except you can actually control it, because it leaves lumps on the fascinator and it's kind of visible, very visible, even after you must have done it to show, especially for sequence that is kind of a net material. So please, I'll advise you get a candle gum, a UHU gum rather, sorry, especially if you're still a beginner. But then, because I don't have it at the spot and I'll be giving it to the clients tomorrow morning, I just had to use what I have. So I won't be applying the gum around it because this is a glue gun. It's going to give me a bad work. But if you're using a UH gum, you can apply it around. So I'll just be taking it to the back because I know I'll be covering it with the bias tape, so it's conducive for it to be there. So I'm just pulling a little of the material and taking it backwards, then gluing it with the glue gun. Please, when pulling, don't over pull, because if you over pull it, your mat will start folding. There'll be kind of space between your mat and the sequence. It's gonna be a hollow shape. So please, don't even try to over pull it. It's not like when you're molding. No, this is totally different from when you're molding a fascinator. Don't over pull it. The mat is a little bit stretchy. The net sequence rather is a little bit stretchy on its own, so it just needs a little effort. So I'm done pulling it round at the back. What I'll be doing now is to trim off the excess part I have behind it. So I noticed that there was a kind of open space there and I had to close it up. So I'll just keep on with the trimming, and after trimming I'll be getting a matching color bias tip. You can actually mix colors when you're designing it, but for this work we're using royal blue all through. I'm done trimming. I'll be getting my matching color bias tip and I'll be running it around that place just to seal it up. So that's it. I just keep doing it till I get it all covered behind. So just watch what I'm doing. That's where you place the gum and then you pull the mat over. the bias, sorry. So I'm done with that. We have our base completely ready. It's time to embellish. So these are what I'll be using. I'm using feathers and a few flowers. My client actually wants a complete royal blue fascinator, so that's why I'm going for everything is royal blue. Personally, I would have loved to mix it with something like silver or gold or something, but you can actually do that for yourself. If you're making something for somebody, it has to be what the person wants. So this is how I'll be just rolling it over. I don't know the name of this feather, I don't know what it's called, but I think it's really nice. That's why I got it. So you can actually apply the glue on the base or on the feather, whichever way you're comfortable. I think I later applied it on the base just to show you that you can actually be free with it. There's no static way around it, so that you don't feel like this must be the way I must be. No, whichever way works for you. Just have to get it there on the base. And when you apply your glue gun, no matter where you apply it on, in any work you're doing at all, you're applying glue gun, please do well to hold on to it. Hold on to the work, hold on to the glue gun you place there, so that it will not pull later on. When you hold on to it, it will have enough time to stay. If possible, you hold on to it for about 30 seconds. So I'll just be rolling off the remaining part on the base. You can actually get so free with the way you want to design it. That's very much okay. This is just what I had in mind. So I'm done fixing that feather. I notice that there's a space in between, then I have to fill it up, just close it up. So you see, we're done with that. As for these feathers, she doesn't want something too full. Left for me, I would have loved to use the whole of the feather if it were my work. So I'll just be cutting out little pieces of that particular wire feather, or I'll just be cutting a little piece on it and be fixing it just somewhere around. I didn't have a definite style in mind way to fix the feather, so I was just fixing it in a way that to be a little bit visible in front, so I to have a little bit of little shade of beauty, niceness and all that. So you can actually get so free about how you want to design or embellish your fascinator. But if you're working for a client or a customer, please and please do it according to what the person has asked you to do, so that you not have problem with person later on. So after I've cut the feather, I'll just be securing it below with the glue gun. I'll apply it on the root of the feather and then twist, so that it will not pull off later on. So basically, cutting, bonding and fixing the feathers was just what I was doing. So I've applied the gum on that part of the feather and I'll be squeezing it just to secure it. So that's what I have, and I'll be applying the gum again and fix it in. Please, if you're following this method, fix it under the first feather you had already used. You can get that feather from the tailor shop. The first feather I used, you can get it from the tailor shop. Tailors use it to work. So you fix it under so that the feather can cover your work there. It's not nice for your work areas to be showing and the rest of them. You just have to place something like a stopper, something that will cover it. So I'm just attaching these feathers, I mean flowers, sorry, just to cover up the space. So that's it, and I'll be applying another set of flowers up there to cover off the root of the feathers. You can just be creative about all this. You can just do whatever you want. The whole idea here is just how to make a fascinator, basically, especially when it has to do with using the sequins. You can also get the flowers from a tailor shop. You can get the sequins from the tailor shop if you have the mat. So you can always do this at home. It's just the top feathers you can't get at the tailor shop. You can only get that at the millinery store. But you can get the bias, the sequins, the flowers, this first feather we used, and I also think you can get what do they call this? You can also get these glue sticks from the tailor shop, but I don't know if they usually have the gun in particular. But if you have the gun, you can get the sticks from the tailor shop. You don't need to, for those of us in Lagos, you don't need to go down to the island to get it. It's around the tailor shop. You can also get it there if you have the gun. So I'm done fixing all I want to fix on the fascinator. This is just a simple fascinator. I made this auto gele this afternoon, though I don't have it on the video. I think I'm making a video next week on this. If you just need the video, let me know in the comment section, or if you have my number, you can always send a DM in case you need the video, so I could make it maybe by next week Sunday. So I'm just trying to check how best I want my fascinator to sit on the client's head. So I'll be applying my Alice band the way I had already placed it on the dummy head. I forgot to come home with an Alice band because I'm shooting this video at home. My stuffs are usually at the shop, so I took off the Alice band from one of the fascinators I have at home, and I'll just be applying the gum on the same places where I removed it from, so that I will not have a rough end. Like I mentioned earlier, any area you apply a glue gun to, do well to hold on to it for a while so that it doesn't remove later on. So you can cover up your the area where you attached the Alice band. You can either cover it up with a soft breast pad, scuba, or whatever kind of material you have at the moment. If it's a matching color material, that's perfect, but then black is just fine if you don't have a matching color material. So this stuff I cut is actually too big, then I had to resize it, I had to recut it. So this is me recutting it. I'm trying to form a circle, that's why I did that. So I'll just be applying the gum on the material, and I'll be closing it up closing that area up just to secure it more to the fascinator. So basically this is just it. This is just all on how to make a beautiful fascinator, especially when it has to do with using sequins. I didn't add the sequins to the back of the base of the mold of the fascinator rather, because if you add a sequence there, it could pull your client's hair. So please do not use sequence there. You can always cover with a doll face, that's fine. So thank you for always coming. If you're new, thank you for coming, thank you for clicking. See you in our next video.